Alrighty, it looks like I am actually live. Is this thing on? Mic check, mic check. Doesn't look like there's anybody currently viewing, but that's fine. Turn that down a little bit. Maybe. There we go, that should be doing it. Okay, so today is I just figured I needed to start working on my portfolio website, so I'm gonna just work on that, and I figured going live would be best way to go about doing that. So I'm just gonna be here for the next hour or so working on my portfolio site. So why is that? Hold on, my chat doesn't seem to be working. There we go. Okay. For some reason I'm wondering, yeah, I don't like that. So I just need to get rid of that. Need to add in. That'll be just a moment. Is it that one? Yes, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to move you over here. Make you much smaller. Boom. Okay, so there's the chat panel. There's my face. Got the Zed editor open on the left and localhost on the right. So that should potentially maybe be what I need. Hopefully. Let's make this open. Do that. All right. So right now I just have my basic website up with the heading just to make sure it's working. I'm gonna make a new folder. Styles. No, you need to go inside source. File. Styles.css. Star. Oops. Yeah, it's been a while since I've link rel style sheet. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, boom. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and can never remember if it's the body or if if it was the HTML element itself, but it looks like it is actually the body. Okay, so I got that. Do some color coding here. Almost white and almost black. I'm looking for color scheme. So I'm going to attempt to color scheme light dark. Is a, here we go, meta name color scheme. Also need to have that. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. We're gonna go to our index, inside our head. I'm gonna do dark light. So far, look at that. It respects my preferred dark color scheme. Alright, so what else do I need? I want, find for me the light dark baseline 2024. This is actually a really cool thing, color function. So we pass in a light color and a dark color. So, you know, we can use our like this one here, using the custom property of light dark. So I want on the body color light dark, color light, color dark. Okay, so again, that doesn't background color. Just gonna copy this. So this is gonna be dark, light. No, that's wrong. There we go. Okay. So text color, background color. That doesn't seem to be correct. Because I want So the light dark color function enables setting two colors for property, returning one of the two colors by detecting the developer set to light or dark color scheme, without needing to encase the cutting colors with the first color scheme media feature. Okay, so if, whoops. Let's go ahead and increase the key size here a little bit. Go ahead and close down these two tabs. So I need if, okay, so light dark function. If it is in light mode, want my text color to be light, otherwise dark. Save. That's interesting. It's not working the way I thought it would. It will set 2 colors for property, retrieving one of the 2 color options by detecting if the developer has set light or dark scheme. Without needing to, these users are able to indicate their color scheme preference, blah blah blah. The light dark color function returns the first value if its preference is set to light, and the second if it's set to dark. Okay, so because my uncomment that. Alright, so it returns the first value if the preference is set to light mode. So if preference is set to light mode, then the background color should be light, otherwise the background should be dark. And then if we reload, it doesn't change much at all. There you go, it's a little bit better, I think. Alrighty, so now that I have that running, what else do I need? Ah, yes. I want, let's see, I had it in a tab. Okay. Custom elements.js. Script source equals scripts custom elements.js, and we're going to set that for async. So what async does is once the, let's go ahead and close that up. So once the once the browser starts parsing and it gets to this script source, it'll shoot off a request to fetch it. Instead of async, it'll do this all in the background. And once it's done loading, then it will just go ahead and read it and parse it, as opposed to doing defer, which waits until the look at that little pop-up here. If you use defer, it'll wait until the body's done loading, and if you set type equals module, it'll pretty much do the same thing. But since I'm just making custom elements, it just needs to load whenever it's ready. And this is actually, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. All right. So this is a custom element that I made based off of one that Kevin did in a video a couple years ago. And I'm just going to copy and paste, but this is going to be called L-container. All right, so container style. Copy that. Come down here. That's containers. Oh, containers out. Okay. So this is taking the no more containers CSS that Kevin did a couple years ago. That basically just creating a grid display, and then you're setting several different grid columns, and then having the main content being only just a certain portion, and then if you have a breakout, it's a little bit bigger, and then if you want full width, it'll go full width. And instead of having all of this in the CSS file, I went ahead and made a custom element that go ahead and remove a lot of these comments, because I took this, I did a direct copy paste from a CodePen I have. I don't need the comments. Change that a little bit. Alright, so basically we use the L double dash container element, and then that's going to create a container for us, and then this CSS right here determines what goes on within that component or within that element. So getting one rem of padding, the content max width is 60ch, the breakpoint, which is the middle area, is the max width of 90ch, and because these are custom properties in the normal style sheet, I could easily dash container, and I can do say I want the padding inline to be bigger than 1em, so I could just do padding inline 2em, and then that would go ahead and just change it. So the custom elements or the custom properties are what allow the host CSS file to make changes. But basically what's happening is any element that's inside this L container is going to be in the content section, unless it has the breakout attribute, in which case it goes into the breakout, or if it has the full width attribute, or is another L dash container. And I had it originally called content grid because that's what Kevin's name for it was. And then of course if there's an image with full width, we just object fit cover, max width 100%, just to make sure that it fits appropriately. So let's go ahead and come in here and do L dash container. Style is not defined, custom element. And so it was originally called style, but I changed it to L container style because this file is called custom elements.js. So if I want to have any additional custom elements, they will all be in this one file. That way it is all loaded and parsed at the same time. But now as you can see, my heading is inside the container, and I have, it's a lot smaller, you can see my grid lines, and we've got the breakout as well as the full width. Excuse me. So if we wanted to, we could say breakout here, and now it's closer. Or if we wanted full width, it does full width. But by default, I just want things to be inside the normal container. I'm just throwing this here as a placeholder because actually see what I'm doing, so this is, you know, great for streaming because my capture device is not actually capturing the entire screen, it's just capturing the individual screens, because what I need to do is let's go ahead and set the source new folder. And boom. So here's my logo. Now what I want to do is I'm trying to grab this. Color picker from image. And I want to image color picker. I'm going to use my own image. Go ahead and drop that in. And I want this. I'm going to copy the HSL. Perfect. Okay, so style. Oh, whoops. Boom. Okay, so here's my accent color. And I am using HSL because I think that's probably going to be the quote-unquote best option at this point for coloration. But now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and do a header. That's why, okay. I'm just gonna do ID equals site logo, logo styles, site logo. Width is, say, 5M. Probably get by with 3. There we go. Okay, so now that I have this, I want to avoid using magic numbers, if at all possible. So what I'm going to do here is my root. I'm going to do size. Medium equals 3M, and this is going to do size medium, which is not going to change anything whatsoever. This way we can do size small, say that's 1.5M, and size LG, and that'll be 5M. Just to kind of have a baseline to start from, because I don't want to have any magic numbers. Anything and everything, in my opinion, should be declared and used in a very specific, for a very specific reason. Even though I think I should have size normal for 1M. Let's make XL be Alright, so size 5, 3, 2, 3. And if we need to go small, we can do like half an M. But I don't think we need that right now. But what I do want is size there just to give it a little bit of. Why did that get so? Oh, right, because this is now medium. I want that to be large. Like so. Let's just start with large for now, just so we have it there. Go back to the header. Freelance, full stack, web developer, and your service. So I want this to be inline block. Actually, that's not what I want. What I want instead is display flex. Oh, that's squishes. So maybe not display flex. For now, we'll do inline block as well there. And text align center. Is that gonna do what I want? No. Text align. Vertical line. I think that's what I want. No, not vertical line. So I want the text to be in the middle there. So I think I might actually need to do display flex anyway. Okay. Open that. Okay. I know this isn't doing anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. Computed. So the height is. Can I do max height of? There we go. And then, because it's been way too long, preferences, flex item, align self. Is that what I'm looking for? just one more thing here. Gap. So small. And it just gets a little bit of space between it. Boom. Okay. I know this is not exactly the prettiest. Alright, sorry, I was getting a chat in Discord, and for some reason it decided not to join the YouTube chat, which is sad. Anyway, I've got my header, I've got, see, I may be good at code, but I suck at content. So inside this container, we're gonna do another container. Wait, what the heck? Boom, okay. This is the worst part. I have no idea like what content to add in here. Also, I'm not sure I like that dark. Can I pull up a color picker by chance? No, that's a shame. I did have that color picker. Something that's almost dark. There we go. Alright, and then something that's almost white. Less of a stark contrast. Okay. Index. I honestly have no idea what to put in for the content. First off, maybe this needs to be my heading 1. And this heading 1 is going to be a breakout. Boom. And then I can remove this for now. Because up here in the header, I'm going to put my nav items up there. But I don't know what nav items to put because I am really, really, really bad at content. But that's fine, you know? Need some water. That mean? Go ahead and add another paragraph. I prefer to failing me for some reason because I'm really bad at words. I should be better at words, honestly, but I'm not, so there you go. Okay, now my brain is not working properly. I need, what is totally not working. Brain broken. This is really frustrating. I had it. It was right. Oops. Smacking around the microphone a little bit. What is it called? Using the right element for the job. What is that called? Semantic. There we go. That's not supposed to be there. Alright, anyway, inside. Yeah, 1M. I think I might make that a little bit smaller. It's very big. So as I was saying earlier, I can just L dash dash container and close that. What did I call it? Padding inline. Size small. Paragraph itself has padding, has margin on it. So why is that's interesting. 16 there, 16 there. That. Crap. I don't want to actually save. No, stop it. 16 pixels of margin on this one, as well as on this one. I don't know why. Because it is a display grid, right? This one, for some reason, is not. Why the heck not? that one not a grid? Huh. Okay, it says grid, but it's just not showing me the grid. What if I do that? Okay, that got rid of it. Now that 1M actually works. Okay. And now it's showing the grid here. That was weird. What if I got rid of that? That is super weird, because now without that... Now it's showing the grid, but where before it wasn't, and it's got the... If I take that away, it's no longer being shown as a grid. And it's got the... Huh. That might just be a quirk of custom elements. But today I learned. Excellent. Anyway, look at that. And one last thing I want to do before I go. Gonna head on over to Discord real quick because I have some code over there I want to oops, I didn't want that. Okay, so now there we go. 80.25. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting a custom property of 1M instead of just having the and I should probably oops, copy that and call this one rem. Okay. So what I'm doing here is instead of relying on the actual M property, I am creating my custom variant of it, which uses the clamp function. So it's going to be between 1M and 2M, and then this right here is the growth factor. So it's going to be a quarter of an M plus 2 vmin, vmin being the viewport minimum. So it's the smaller of the width or the height, and it's 2% of that. Whereas Vmax would be the larger of width or height, or you could just do VH for viewport height, VW for viewport width. But I use Vmin, so whichever is the smaller direction, either the width or the height, doesn't matter, just take the smaller one. And let's go ahead and do this. So if we look, just go ahead and look at the paragraph. Our font size is 16 pixels, but if we increase this to say 1280, our font size is now 29.6, since the actual content here hasn't changed. I just changed the dimensions. It's doing the calculation, but we're not actually seeing the increase. So if someone has a bigger screen, it'll take up more space. And if someone has, like a small iPhone, it's not going to go any smaller than 16 pixels because that's 1M, which for some reason it's not. Looks like I'm going to have to do some more work on this element because it is not wrapping the way that it should be. Oh, that's interesting. It has all this space in the beginning. But there's no space here in the end. Which is for some reason, look at all this space for no reason whatsoever. It shouldn't be like that. I'm gonna have to do some investigation to figure out what the heck is going on, because that should not be working like that. But anyway, I've got a start, and I'm gonna figure out what's going on here, and that's gonna be it for my live stream today. So thanks for coming, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.